Today is August 19th, 2026. It is 2:28 p.m. on the Oregon coast of the United States of America. And in this moment, I am moving forward with strength and hope because I will be the change. So I was thinking about a lot of stuff because, that's what I do. I think about stuff and then I talk about it to my computer. So that's what I'm doing. But I've been thinking about stuff like, okay, like there's this person, why at work, I've talked about this person who scrutinizes me, right? And so the other day I wore a dress and I wore boots and I wore a pair of clunky leather boots, right? And they were biker boots. And I thought to myself, you know that Y will have something to say about this. He won't say something to me, though. He will speak about me behind my back, right? So I get to work, and we're all walking up, and there's Y and somebody else behind me, and then there's me and another person, and we're walking in. And the next thing I know, behind me, I hear someone say, well, I'm a hillbilly. And I'm like, why are we talking about hillbilly? They said it really loud, and I'm like, okay. So I started thinking about it. And I think that my problem is my own, like, that I think I'm too important. Like, I think that they were discussing my attire. I think that they were, I think he made a comment on the fact that I was wearing boots and a dress. And that's why that person started speaking about being a hillbilly, right? So I wonder, so is this true or is this not true? Okay, so since I have no way of knowing for sure if I'm right about that, there's one of two things that I've been doing because I assume things like that a lot, right? And no, that is assuming, again, that I am the center of the universe. I guess. No, it is just... And I think I'm assuming right. Like, I really do think he was saying something about me. And I think it was probably negative because he doesn't like me, right? I mean, he's not a kind person. And he doesn't like me, right? And I don't think I show him the kind of attention that he thinks he deserves. So I know he, like I said, scrutinizes me, all these things. Okay. So I've come to the conclusion, though, because I've been letting it make me angry. And that's the way I've lived my life, right? I've been driven by anger. I've done a lot of things out of anger, and I've accomplished a lot out of anger as well. A lot of it, like people telling me you can't do that, they not believing in me, that pissing me off, so then me doing it. The thing about that is that sometimes that can cause problems. And approaching things from anger is not really the way to do it. I mean, I'm seeing that. I see it happening all the time with Trump, right? Everything that he does, all the things that he does are approached from anger and from vindictiveness and from, I'll show you, you treat, because he was treated bad. All this started because of Obama. Thank you, Obama, because he roasted him at that stupid press, whatever, right? The last one that he had. It's all just ridiculous. But our country is being driven and run out of anger and hate and resentment and all of those things, insecurities, right? And so I am going to try really hard to just let that stuff go, which I've been trying to do for years. I mean, I have a little bit more time to do it now. I don't know. I still strive. I mean, we strive forever, right? Like, you never reach. I don't think I'll ever reach you don't reach the end of anything. Once you're dead, then it's over. That part of it is over. But in the meantime, getting there never ends. Like, I don't think that okay. For instance, I was taking a class here from a woman who was teaching us like the breathing exercises and all these things. And I appreciated what she had to teach and I thought it was great. But I also feel like she felt like she did not need to learn anymore because she was smart enough and she knew everything and she could not learn anything from her students, or, you know what I mean? And I think that that's wrong. I think that that's the wrong way to look at things, because you can always learn something from anybody you're speaking with. Always. So you don't know. I mean, even if you just learn their favorite color, you learned something, right? And so I I have a hard time with people thinking that, and I don't even know why I started talking about this. Probably just because my day has been filled with people who think they're so much, and they're just not. It's like none of these people that I deal with, these people where that's what I was, the anger thing that I'm trying to deal with because I'm still learning and I'll always be learning. Okay, that's where that came from. I remember now. But anyway, it's like none of these people, like, why is not better than me? None of these people are better than me. I have allowed myself to be like my mother. When I went to go visit her, she said she was so afraid of making mistakes. She was so afraid of saying the wrong thing. Breaks my heart to hear her living that way. But then I think about it, I've been like that my whole life. Like, right? Been afraid that I'm going to do or say the wrong thing. I'm kind of done with that because none of these people who, if they are judging me, right? I don't know for sure that they are, if it's all in my imagination. I guess it could be because I'm fucked up, right? I mean, I've suffered a lot of abuses, as we all have. I'm not saying for me, but I have trauma brain, right? From the abuses that I did suffer of my lifetime, the repeated things that happened to me, right? The systematic abuses that we all put up with, that we're still putting. We have a fucking pedophile who is our president. So there's that, you know. So anyway, so I'm finally gonna give myself a break, right? And like like embrace my worth. Like, I think I'm amazing. I know that I'm not the most beautiful, you know, I can't sing as well as I'd like, and I can't dance as well as I'd like, or as well as someone else, and I don't have a whole lot of money, and you know what I do have, we really, like, I don't want to say we struggle to hold on to it because we're not struggling right now, but I struggled to get here, right? I worked, like the other day at work, someone said to me, I said, you know, I'd like to get to a point where I can buy like a camper van and just go camp for a while if I want to, just, you know, go away for a while. And she's like, it's nice that you have that choice, because she was talking about having to live in hers. And I'm like, you know, that is true. However, you're 29. I am 62. I was homeless multiple times in my life. I worked really fucking hard to get where I'm at, right? And the thing that's getting me now is I know I'm not alone. There's a lot of people that worked really fucking hard to get where they're at. I get that. So I'm not like, again, on the soapbox, for me. But what I am saying is that those of us who work this hard, and then we're watching all this just get squandered away. This war for no reason but to cover up pedophilia. You know, I mean, and this person who is in charge of our country, who, like me, just says whatever they feel like saying, which, you know, I feel bad about it when I do it, but I'm not in charge of the fucking country. But it's just, everything is crazy, right? So why am I allowing these people, like today at work, right? I get, there's people there don't like me, and there's a manager there who, it hurts my heart that I found out you don't think I like you. She's so fake. She doesn't fucking like me. It's clear she does not like me. And I'm going to tell you why. It's really, again, because I'm amazing and she's jealous. And I'm sorry. I don't know why. She's beautiful young Latina. What the fuck she's jealous of, I do not know. But she just does not like me. And the only reason why it could be is because I'm very active and she doesn't seem to be, you know. But I mean, I remember being that person, though. I remember not liking people who were like healthier than me, right? And it's like, and like I obviously am not at the peak of health. I smoke cannabis a lot. I drink kava. I eat sugar like crazy. I have bad habits that I really need to end that are not good for me. I've not been walking the stairs, like, because I'm not living upstairs anymore, so I need to start like exercising more, because I went hiking the other day and I got winded going, although I have gotten winded going up that trail anyway, but I got more winded the other day than I really felt comfortable with, so I need to start exercising more. I am healthy, body, mind, and soul. I am healthy, body, mind, and soul. Say this say this with me. In this moment, I am the most amazing version of me that I can be, because I know with every step I take and every breath I take, I am causing no intentional harm, because I am kind, I am understanding, I am compassionate, I am thankful, I am grateful, I am creative, I am talented. Let's see, what else? How about this? How do I manifest? See, that's the thing. I would like to manifest a person into my life. However, I thought about this. There's no way I could live with someone again. There's no way I could have, like, my mother would be one thing. That would be a challenge. But I can't even imagine having another person in my space, right? Because, well, it's my space, but like the last time I allowed somebody to move into my space, they overtook it, and I let that happen, right? I remember being up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, just bawling because I wanted my life back, because I bought a house, and out of fear, there's so many things I've done out of fear, I allowed somebody to move into that house with me, because I was afraid I couldn't do it. But I just did it. I just bought the house on my own, right? And then I was afraid I couldn't fix things. Like, it's so funny. After he left, after I got sober and got rid of him and all, and just started doing things on my own, and I started going to AA, and I thought to myself that I bought a ceiling fan, and I thought, well, when I go to AA, I will meet friends. I will meet friends that can help me maybe put up this ceiling fan, or I will meet friends, right? I've thought that throughout my life. That has never happened. I have not met friends that have helped me do any of those things. I ended up putting the ceiling fan up myself, because after 2 years of moving the box around, waiting to make friends, I finally said, fuck it. And so I put it up, and I had shims in it to stop it from, and I had them so they were kind of shaved off, so you couldn't really see them all that great. But yeah, I put up my own ceiling fans, right? Like, it's like, I don't know. Like, I feel like manifestation is, I don't know. We'll see. I've been trying, like, to think of things versus the negative, the positive, right? Like, I go through stages where I get really negative, and everything that happens, I'm like, oh, they're out to get me. But then, like I said, am I paranoid, or are people really doing things? You know what I'm saying? It's like the lockers at my work, right? Apparently, they just automatically unlock every 24 hours. So I'm like, okay, fine, that's what's happening with that, right? But there are other things, like I got called to the, okay. So the big bosses are in town, which, again, whatever. I don't fucking care. Your poop smells like everybody else's poop, right? Like, I don't care that you are the boss of this company or whoever you are. It does not matter to me, right? It's like everyone's like, oh, they're coming, be on your best behavior. I do the best in any job that I do all the time. If you give me a job, I'm going to do the best that I can do at that job all the time. And it's like, it doesn't matter to me if the president is coming or if the homeless guy from up the street is coming. I'm going to do the same quality of work that I always do, which is the best that I can do in the moment that I'm doing the job, right? And so it doesn't matter to me if the boss is coming, right? And so it's just funny to me that everybody is all excited about these people. No, I forgot what I was talking about again. That everybody is all excited about these people coming. And it's like, oh, that's what it was. Okay, so the boss comes. So then one of the other ones, the one that doesn't like me very much, they call me into the office. They're like, has anyone got eyes on Shay? Have her come to the office, right? Because I don't wear an earpiece because of my hearing and stuff, right? So they send me to the office. So I come to the office. The big boss is there, and she's like, and the other boss is the one that called me, the one that I don't think cares for me. And she does stuff like this. Like, I think I think it was intentional of her calling me in there thinking, I don't know what, but they called me in and the big boss goes, so I understand when you requested your vacation time, which happened at for my birthday, July 31st, I requested some time off and I accidentally did it as like family leave or something. It was an accident, right? Well, I've been trying to fix it since then, since I got back August 3rd. I've been working and haven't gotten paid yet, right? And so I've talked to HR twice. I've talked to a couple of my bosses. I've seen them put the time in. The boss yesterday that called me in to confirm my time, she and I have confirmed my time already twice. 2 times. Twice, right? And so I'm like, so this other one's like going, oh, I understand you made this mistake and it's okay, those things happen. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I did, you know, and they're like, I'm just like, what? Okay, I don't know. I can't, oh, anyway, so then they're like, well, what are the hours that you worked? And I'm like, okay, well, I've given them to multiple people. They've been emailed to, and I'm like, I have them written down for sure in my backpack. Let me go get my backpack and I'll give you the written hours, right? So then at first I said it was 7 to 1, and then I'm like, oh, wait a minute. It was 7 to 1 last week, but not that. First week it was 7 to 12. Anyway, so I went and got my notebook, and I'm like, this is what it is. And they're like, okay, well, then she pulls up something on the screen, and she's like, there's my hours right there. And because she called me out on one of them. She's like, well, wait a minute, here it says. And I'm like, okay, so you call me into the office to talk to me about something that we've already solved multiple times, as far as like just the day before I was told this problem is fixed. You will get all of your paycheck on the next payday for all of these hours, right? I was told that just the day before. So you call me into the office, right, with the big boss to tell me that it's okay that I made the mistake, that it's not a problem, to ask me what my hours are so that you can tell me that I got it wrong because they're in front of you. The hours that we've discussed multiple times already, and I've discussed with other supervisors already, and they've sent emails to HR about those hours already, all of those hours. They called me in to, so here's footage. Yes, I'm scratching, you know, I'm like, what the, why? And the reason why is because I think that the one that doesn't like me wants to cause me discomfort, right? And so that was her way of doing that. And it's like, no, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe that's not why she did that. But I can, for the life of me, not think of any other reason for her to call me into the office and for that whole discussion about my hours from August 2nd through August 8th that I've already given to HR multiple times, given to another boss multiple, you know what I mean? There's been emails. Like, I'm like, I cannot for the life of me figure out what the reason behind that was, right? Except for to make me feel uncomfortable, period, right? And it's like, I'm not going to feel uncomfortable. I don't give a rat's ass. I made a fucking mistake. Sorry about that. Tried to fix it multiple times. To call me into the office about it on the 19th, 10 days, 11 days later is really petty, right? And it's like, and then to be like, oh, it's okay. Other people have made that mistake too. No shit, because it's an easy mistake to make. It wouldn't let me request what I needed to any other way, you know? And it's like, it's so funny. It's like, well, people get work jam and work this other one mixed up. Well, why do we have to have 2 of them anyway? Why do we have so many? Why? You know, because you want to, it's like, because this company and this company are in with, you know, this other company, you know, it's just, all of that for me is just like, and then on top of it, it is like retail. So it is the most wasteful profession that I could be in right now, you know, and it's really hard for me to, because it's against everything, all of my morals right now, to be wasteful and be an overconsume, right? Like the things that I'm making, I'm going to Goodwill and I'm buying jeans and I'm painting them and I'm turning them into something else, right? Like I don't want to buy, I don't want, like, I look around my house, and I've said this before, but my decorations are made by me or by like someone else. They're not the shit that you buy at Ross or Walmart or all those places, right? And it's like, it's really hard for me to see this every day and just the amount of garbage coming and going. And it's like, and the fact that they are trying to push, so like, I think that we're a social experiment. I really do. My son doesn't think that they think that much. And then I'm like, I'm not saying Donald Trump thinks that much. I mean, clearly he's got one brain cell, and it's splintering, right? I mean, that's clear that he is no longer even. I don't know what they're pumping him full of to even make him still be walking. And Mitch McConnell, he's probably fucking dead, which is another thing that just angers the shit out of me. Like, how many of us could take that much time off and make the kind of money he is and still have health care and all of these things, if he's even still alive? And if not, then where's the money? Okay, yeah. All of it. Oh my God, and these people think they're so important because they're running a fucking retail store. It's just like, call me into the office because I made a mistake on my time off request, 10 days ago. Stupid. People are dumb. But I am releasing anger. I'm not going to be mad about it because that's stupid. They're just dumb, that's all. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to make a cup of a drink. Hi, Odin. Oh yeah, that too. This too. All right, I'll throw your toy. Very cold. I'm doing laundry. I'm streaming to nobody. Hold on, Walter. I'm gonna go put this one out in the wind because I want to wear it tomorrow. It needs to dry. Then I'm gonna come back and talk more word salad because there's been other stupid stuff that's happened. Okay. That wind is so cold. It is so cold. Walter, the wind is cold. Dude. Sun always comes out and smokes on the sky. Walter. That looks like my belly. That is not my belly. That is a shirt. There. That's not like a fat belly hanging out. Okay, so this dude at work that I was attracted to, I thought he was kind of nice looking. I thought maybe we could go for a walk or go have coffee or something. I think he might have been a little younger than me. I don't think he's, I think he's probably in his 50s maybe. But I don't care. I'm having a hard time being attracted to men that are my age. I'm just saying. Anyway, So anyway, I left this guy, like, I talked about this, I was really dumb. I wrote on this card, and I was like, oh, if you ever want to go for a walk or have coffee, just let me know. Here's my number. You can send me a text. I'm like, either way, it's fine, yes or no, right? So then I handed it to him, and I talked about this the other day. I handed it to him, and he was in his car, and then he dropped some food. He went down to pick it up, and when he came back up, I was gone. I took off. I saw another coworker, and so I took off to go talk to her. Couple reasons. It really, like, I don't know that he said anything to anybody, but I've said something to this, and that's it. I haven't talked about it at work, so I'm not going to be like, oh, I have a crush on so-and-so, because I really don't know that I did have a crush on them. I thought that they were kind of attractive, and I thought maybe, although working with someone, it's kind of stupid to, like, try to get to know someone that you work with, but I don't know where else I'm going to get to know people. Anyway, I just wasn't sure, right? So anyway, he said no. He said that he's got someone, and I'm like, cool, whatever. You know, I shot my shot, and now I know, right? And so I've noticed, like, when I'm cleaning a certain area, that this person's showing up more than they did before, and I'm like, okay, so either this is weird, either they were afraid to be around me because they were thinking that I was attracted to them, and now that they've told me they're not afraid to be around me anymore, something is weird, right? And so I'm like, but I mean, it was weird anyway, because I don't know that I was showing overtly, well, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm thinking, okay, well, that's cool, whatever, right? But then they walked by me the other day, and they do this. They walk by me, and they like, walk by me and they touch me with their hand as they're walking by me, right? So they walk by me and they touch me with their hand, right? And I'm like, okay, what the fuck is that, right? What the fuck is that? Like, am I so, like, I don't know. Am I, like, I don't know how to read that, right? To me, that, like, if somebody told me that they were attracted to me and I was not attracted back, I would not reach out and touch their midsection when I was walking past them. Would you? Doesn't that seem a little, like, kind of, I'm like, okay, I'm confused now. That said, I'm no longer attracted to this person, right? Because that kind of shit, like, regardless of what they think about that, what I think about that is not something I would do. That to me is encouraging something in someone that you clearly say you don't want. So why would you be encouraging with that? Because to me, that's encouraging, right? Like, I mean, it wasn't, because it's not, because I'm not going to let that be. But that is, if I were to do that to someone, that would be, for me to do that is a sign of encouragement, right? Touching, like, I don't know. I mean, I touch people, like, on their shoulders and their arms, but touching someone here is a little bit more of an, it's like there. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going, what the fuck? You know, I'm just, oh. And again, I don't know if it's all my imagination. I have, like, brain fog, and I smoke weed, and I drank a lot, and I did meth, and I don't sleep right, and there's so many things, right? So it's hard to say what's real and what's not, especially in a world where we're being gaslit every single day. We got someone telling us that there's there's still people that believe what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's hard to know what's, like, I've never really known what's real anyway, because when I was being abused, I was being told that I was not being abused, right? Like, no, that's not what's happening. No, you know, and it's like, and I was told it was my fault, and that I was this or I was that, and I was asking for these things to happen to me when I was a child, right? And so I really wasn't asking for those things to happen when I was a child, right? But all of my life I was, and as many of us, Epstein victims, you know, I'm sure that people would say multiple things. You know, they were children, right? And what happened to them was wrong, right? And now that's who's running our country. I'm so tired. This is like really, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint. I'm making a pair of jeans that I'm gonna paint an octopus on, and I'm gonna write, and I'm just gonna try to be creative and not be mad. And it's really, really windy. I was thinking about paddleboarding the other day, but really my best bet is to not go in the afternoon, because the afternoons is when it gets windy. So what I need to do is find a good morning when the tide is coming in, like when I have a day off, because I work mornings. But I mean, the wind is fun. I would like it better if I was in a kayak, so that I could, you know, it's easier to fight the wind in something heavier than a inflatable paddleboard. I almost got turned over when I went to Eel Lake one time. It was pretty windy and it almost flipped me, which, whatever. I mean, I have a life vest on and I have a floating device. The paddleboard is a float, you know what I mean? So it's not like would have been that big of a deal, but I try to stay out of the water as much as possible. I'm really still sad, so sad that my birthday video that I ruined my my GoPro Mini. I would at least like to have gotten that video out of it, but whatever. Anyway, I don't know. There's not much else to talk about. Everything's stupid. I haven't looked at the news today because I'm kind of like, I don't want to be numb to it, but it's like I know like ICE is still killing people, right? We're still like disappearing people. They're still trying to take the rights away from women as far as like I cannot fucking believe that we're talking about abortion rights in 2026. I cannot believe. I remember when it became legal for women to make that choice, right? I remember, and unfortunately, I did see a lot of things happen that shouldn't have happened. I did see a lot of people use it as a form of birth control. I'm not going to say that, but there's good and bad in everything. That said, the girls that were using it as a form of birth control were also being abused by adult men, right? So it's like all these guys that are against abortions. As soon as they get their mistress pregnant, boy, they sure like them then. You know what I mean? It's kind of disgusting, but that's how our world is. It makes me really sad. I was watching something the other day about women who their partners chosen for them, and when they refused that they were killed. It was really bad. But I mean, I'm grateful that that is not how it is. But is it not how it is here, though? We say that, but I don't know, man. I'm going to say it's probably pretty, we're trying to head down that path, you know? It's like of no rights for anybody unless you have a certain amount of money, you know? And it's like, I've got about 25 years left, right? Maybe 30. So I don't know how bad it's going to get in my lifetime, but boy, I feel bad for my son. And I feel bad for my son's friend's little son, Lucian, who's only 4. He's just turned 5. You know what I mean? It's like, I hope that human beings don't become so insignificant that they're expendable. We already are. And it's only going to get worse with AI and with these billionaires who don't really give a shit about people. Like, the women they marry are fucking plastic. You know? It's like they're already halfway there. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I can't with all of it. It's really just, and the amount of garbage that we're creating, and just, I don't know. Alright, so in this moment, I'm moving forward with hope, because I am the change. That's why they dumped me here from Chazelle. See, I'm not from this planet. I'm from Chazelle, and they dumped me here because I was too strong there. My light was too bright. So they dumped me on Earth, where there's so many people with bright lights that I didn't stand out as much. And when I did stand out, the people that didn't have bright lights would just pound you into the ground to dim your light. And then you have to spend a lifetime to learn how not to allow that to happen, right? It's so funny. And then the people that I think would be more compassionate and more empathetic are not. And it just kind of blows me away. It's like, I told my son that. I said, I would think that the people that are marginalized would be more compassionate. And they're almost as cutthroat as the people that are marginalizing them. You know, and I'm confused by that. Like, it's like I read this, they're talking about that little, I can't think of the little monkey that, God, what was that little monkey? I can't think of the monkey's name. Anyway, the little monkey that was put into the pen with the bigger monkeys, and they treated him badly, and then somebody went ahead and started being nice to this monkey, and this monkey now is like pampering these other little baby monkeys that come in. Like, he's making sure that they're, what was that monkey's name? I have to look this up. It's going to drive me. Punch, something like that. Anyway, but what I'm getting at with that story is that I also read the other day, like, I choose to be kind to people, right? Like, I don't, like, even if I don't like you, I don't want to look for something to be mean to you about. I'd rather just walk away from you, right? And it's like, it's it's so funny to me how many people just want to be mean. Like, I have people always, oh, you're so nice, you're so kind. Yeah, because I know what it's like to be treated like shit, and I don't want to make anybody feel that way. I would rather go to the other extent and be kind. Although, like, I don't want to be fake kind. You know what I mean? Which is, like I said, if there's someone I don't like, I don't want to have to be fake kind to you, so I'd rather just walk away from you. But I don't want to be an asshole to you. I don't want to be an asshole, right? It's like, that's the thing that I'm realizing. It's like, I spent a lot of my life just focused on working. That's all I did. Like, I didn't have enough time to really do anything outside of that because I was trying to raise my child, right? And so once, and even before that, I mean, I started working when I was 12. I was kind of left, like, to my own devices at a very young age, like about 3, really. But it's like, so I've always worried about what my coworkers thought about me because it's all I really had, right? And now I don't really want that. I don't want to care about them. I don't want them to be, I don't want to allow myself to feel bad because people I work with don't treat me, don't meet my expectations of how I feel like I should be treated, right? It's like, and I have pretty high expectations, but I treat people that way, and that's why, right? And I think that, like, I'm never intentionally rude to anybody, and I've had people be intentionally rude to me. I mean, I can tell. Like, you can be as sweet as you want. Words don't mean anything. I see right through that shit. But again, is it my imagination or am I really perceptive? Am I really an empath or am I just crazy? And then if you know you're crazy, are you really crazy? Because I've been wondering about that a lot lately. It's like, can I really be crazy if I know I'm crazy? Or do you know you're crazy when you're crazy? I don't think so. I think when you're really crazy, you don't think you're crazy. But then maybe it's just the other way around, and maybe I really am crazy. Although I don't think I'm from this planet, so who knows? Oh my God, I'm kidding. I'm tired. I'm babbling. My son's friend's child is upstairs pounding around. You can hear him pounding. They are moving out. My son, which I knew, I shouldn't say that. I did not know anything. I suspected that a 4/5-year-old would be a little bit more than my child would really want to have around him a lot. It's like when I raised Rylan, when he was that age, I was drinking and it was bad. So between 4 and 5 was bad. And then I got sober when he was 7. From that point forward, it was kind of just isolated, right? Like I started working, went to school, worked 2 jobs, went to school full time, all these things, right? And Rylan kind of raised himself. But even before that, he was a really good kid. He didn't backtalk me until he got older. He didn't. Well, that's not true. He didn't argue with me, but he disagreed with me. But he never said no. Like, he wasn't rambunctious. He didn't make a lot of noise. When I told him to do something, he would do it. He used to challenge me on, like, worldviews and stuff like that. Like, he was smarter, which he had the internet. I didn't. So a lot of things he was smarter about than me, but it used to piss me off anyway, because he was my child. He didn't need to be one-upping me, But other than that, I mean, so I think it's hard for him to be around a rambunctious child. I mean, come on, the dude has said he can't even have a plant. He can't really consistently take care of his dog. My thoughts on having a child be introduced into his life is probably not going to be such a good thing. And I was right. It's not that it's been bad. Now he knows. And thankfully the person that he chose to find out this with is a decent human being, and she's not angry about anything. Alright, what time is it? I know, Walter. gotta throw the ball a few more times to my dog because my son's gonna go to work. Alright, I'm gonna sign out. I will give video of nature soon, and I'll do I am. Say this with me. Moving forward. I am moving forward knowing that I am the change. I am amazing. I am positive, but not toxic positivity. There is a difference. I recognize and I reflect upon and I release the things that are causing me discomfort because they serve no purpose. Right? Peace out.